Well, a civil rights organization, AfriForum, that was one of the applicants in this case that asked for the urgent review of Zuma's medical parole, are also going to respond now to this decision that has been taken by the Correctional Services Commissioner. We're now joined by the spokesperson, Ernst van Zyl. Ernst, good morning. Thank you so much for making time for us. Your take on the decision by the Correctional Services Commissioner, and also, would you be considering taking it on appeal?
Good morning. Yes, AfriForum considers the Department of Correctional Services decision to grant Jacob Zuma this special remission of his sentence an insult to justice and the rule of law. It clearly proves one thing, and that there's no more privileged position or protected position in South Africa than being an ANC cadre. That just seems to be the fact of the day. So when it comes to their story, their narrative that Zuma was one of the thousands of inmates that were granted special remission of sentences in an effort to alleviate overcrowding in prisons, this appears to be nothing more than a smokescreen to help a powerful politician escape justice. It's unfortunate, but this seems to be now the state of affairs in the country that we live.
What's your next step?
Well, we're going to meet with our legal team now and see what happens. But in the short term, we're going to have to, in the long term, we're going to decide what that plan is going to be. But in the short term, we can only lament the fact that Jacob Zuma's case proves once again that as long as the ANC are in power, you can rest assured that anyone close or loyal to the party is effectively above the law.
And what do you make that earlier on the minister also indicated that the Correctional Services Commissioner, of course, they argued that the decision was not influenced by any politician. So the Correctional Services Commissioner took this decision by himself based on the legal opinion that he got, but also that he had to at least inform the president as well as the minister.
Well, it doesn't appear so. When you look at all the facts in this case, that doesn't seem to be the case. The fact of the matter remains that the Constitutional Court upheld the Supreme Court of Appeals ruling that the Arthur Fraser, the former Correctional Services Commissioner, granted medical parole to Jacob Zuma unlawfully. That means that he still had to serve his 13 months of his 15-month sentence behind bars. So he was on medical parole unlawfully, which means that he still has that 13 months to serve, and now he's going to escape justice in that way. So it doesn't appear, if you look at all the facts, if you look at all the circumstances surrounding this case, there does seem to be a very strong indication of political meddling here.
Yeah. And I'm just thinking now about if you were to go on appeal, and understand that you say that you're still going to be meeting with your legal representatives, is that what possible grounds could there be, and could rationality be one of those?
Well, the strongest foundation of that appeal, if we were to go on appeal, would be the fact that unlawful parole does not count as a sentence served. That's the main takeaway from this case. That would be rationality, as you said. Yes, the rational approach to this would have been to conclude that former President Jacob Zuma did not serve his sentence behind bars, and he escaped his sentence and justice based on an unlawfully granted parole, as was decided by the courts. But unfortunately, it appears that if you are powerful enough, and if you are high-ranking enough within the ANC, you are above the law. This is what the message that this outcome now sends. This outcome sends that's the message that South Africa is not a serious country when it comes to everyone being equal in front of the law. That's the message that is loud and clear sent to the public of South Africa.
Thank you for your time. Ernst van Zyl, the spokesperson for AfriForum.